5. The Bunny Man, Virginia. The legend. Deep in the forests of Fairfax County, Virginia, a story has been told for decades, one of a strange figure known as the Bunny Man. Some say he's a deranged murderer, dressed in a rabbit costume, stalking the roads at night. Others believe he's the ghost of a man who escaped from an insane asylum. But one thing remains the same. If you see him, you might not live to tell the tale. The origin. The legend dates back to 1970, when multiple people reported seeing a man dressed in a white bunny suit, wielding an axe, near a bridge in Clifton, Virginia. One couple, parked near the bridge, was confronted by the man who smashed their car window, screaming about trespassers. Police investigated but found no trace of him. Over the years, more sightings occurred, and some claim to have found animal carcasses hanging from trees near the bridge. Real-life encounters. A local resident, Mark, recalls an eerie night in 1995 when he and his friends visited Bunnyman Bridge. As they stood under the bridge, they heard a distant thump. 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 Suddenly, a rock flew through the air, landing near their feet. A voice followed, low and angry. "You shouldn't be here." The group ran to their car, but as they drove away, they swore they saw a man in a white suit standing on the bridge, watching them with glowing eyes. Show eerie forest footage, police reports, creepy bunny mask images. 4. The black-eyed children, nationwide. Soft knocking sound, heartbeat intensifies. The legend. You're home alone when you hear a soft knock at your door. You open it. 2 children stand outside, pale, motionless, wearing outdated clothes. They ask in flat, monotone voices, "Can we come in?" But something is wrong. As you look closer, you notice their eyes. Pitch black, no pupils, no white. Just endless darkness. The origin. The legend first surfaced in the 1990s when journalist Brian Bethel shared his terrifying encounter with 2 black-eyed children in Texas. He described a deep sense of dread washing over him as the children demanded to be let into his car. When he refused and drove away, they vanished into thin air. Since then, similar stories have emerged across the country. Real-life encounters. In 2013, a woman in Vermont reported that she allowed 2 black-eyed children into her home. Minutes later, her nose began to bleed, and she felt intensely weak. Within a week, she was hospitalized with an unknown illness. The children were never seen again. Were they ghosts, demons, or something worse? Show old security footage of a front porch, eerie black-eyed figures, static noise. 3. The Rake, Northeast USA. Distorted static, inhuman whispering. The legend. A pale humanoid figure crawling on all fours with glowing eyes and razor-sharp claws. The Rake is said to stalk people in their sleep, standing at the foot of their bed, watching. Those who have encountered it describe horrifying nightmares and an unshakable feeling of being watched. The origin. The legend of the Rake surfaced in 2003 when a series of blog posts and alleged police reports described encounters with the creature in upstate New York. Some believe the Rake is connected to shadow people, entities that lurk in the dark corners of our world. Real-life encounters. One man, staying in a remote cabin in Pennsylvania, woke up to the sound of scraping at his window. When he looked outside, he saw a hairless, emaciated creature with sunken black eyes. It stood still, then let out an inhuman shriek before crawling into the woods at an unnatural speed. Show shadowy creature in a dark bedroom, glowing eyes in the woods. 2. The Skinwalker, Southwest USA, Navajo legend. Low whispering, distorted, animal noises. The legend. A skinwalker is a witch from Navajo folklore, a being with the power to shapeshift into animals, and even mimic human voices. Those who have encountered them describe hearing whispers in the dark, sometimes in their own voice. Some claim to have seen a deer standing on 2 legs, watching them, waiting. The origin. The legend comes from the Navajo Nation, where skinwalkers are believed to be evil witches who have performed dark rituals to gain supernatural abilities. Skinwalker Ranch in Utah is infamous for terrifying encounters, including unexplained lights, animal mutilations, and humanoid figures stalking the land. Real-life encounters. In 2017, a truck driver on a deserted road in Arizona noticed a coyote standing in the middle of the highway. As he slowed down, the coyote stood up, on 2 legs. Suddenly, he heard his own voice calling his name from the darkness beside his truck. He sped away, but in his rearview mirror, he saw the creature chasing him at unnatural speed. Show eerie desert night footage, distorted humanoid figure, glowing eyes in the distance. 1. The Mothman, West Virginia. Echoing wing flaps, radio static. The legend, with glowing red eyes